Hey guys, welcome. I am so glad to have you guys here. I know this webinar is long overdue. You guys have been asking for it, and I am here to deliver. It is the business profile webinar. It is to help you set up your business and walk you through the process. I know some of you guys have gotten a list from me or some other people about how to set up your business or what exactly is a structured business, and I am here to give you the steps. On the screen you will see my link. If you guys need to schedule a business consult, you guys can do that at that link. It is 15 or 30 minutes. It is free of charge. If you guys absolutely need it, give me a call and we can help set up your business if this webinar is not enough for you. So let's go on. I am going to introduce myself. I am Regina Nelson. I am the CEO of Better Living Consultant. I am a mindset coach who helps Christian female entrepreneurs overcome limiting belief through manifestation and mindset training. I believe better living starts with a better mindset, and everything we do in life starts with our mind. So I am a serial entrepreneur alongside with my husband. I have 3 kids and they have their own business as well. I am a woman of God, and how the Better Living Consultant brand came about is I believe my mission, my assignment is to help Christian believers dominate the world in business and ministry by turning our passion into our purpose. Better Living Consultant emerged from the concept of taking back our stuff, starting with our mind and ending with our generational wealth. So I am here to help you guys in setting up your business to get it done the correct way. This is a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying if you do not do it this way that I'm giving you guys that is wrong. I'm simply giving you the steps that Fortune 500 and other big businesses have taken to start their business, i.e. if you wanted to do business credit, business funding, just starting it off the right way. Whatever you want to do with this information, I'm just giving it to you how I was given by my mentor. So as we go along this presentation, you guys will see that there are some helpful websites on the screen that is there for you guys to screenshot or to write down, because that is how you can access that by not having to Google everything. So let's get started, guys. So your business name. When establishing your business name, you want to make sure that that name is available and not in use by the existing company. You can do that on the e-Secretary of State, and that is pretty much for your state. But you have to go a step further, and you have to make sure that this name is not used by someone else nationally. So you want to go to the national name and the trademark registry. And you want to stay away from similar branding. And what I mean by that is, let's take the Better Living Consultant brand. That is a coaching and consultant business, but I can also turn it into a t-shirt line or a home decor line or whatever. All those are called different classes, and you want to make sure that when you are doing your due diligence and looking up your business name, that you're not in a similar category, in a similar class to somebody else that's already using the name, because they can hit you with a cease and desist, and they can sue you and have your money on lock, your accounts on lock, whatever it is. You just want to stay away from it if you can. Risky names. So I know some of us may have a risky business, but we don't have to name our business that risky name being in the industry. So some risky industries are guns or ammo, pawn shop, adult stores, tobacco, that's CBD also, gambling, construction, real estate. Those are some risky businesses, just to name a few. You do not have to name your business something risky, even though it is. So you can stay away from that by simply coming up with another name. So you don't want to make your business name too long, and that's for customer retention and professionalism. So the max is about 4 words. Another tip that you can use in your business name is you don't want to be too generic. So my husband has a paint and body shop, and it is Charleston's Finest Custom. You don't want to name your paint and body shop. You want to come up with something catchy and something creative that will catch the customer's eyes. You don't want to be too generic in naming any of your businesses. And you also want to stay away from trendy names. What I mean by trendy names is something that is pretty much temporary. You want to make sure that your name has longevity in this business. So it may be a trend right now. You don't want to name your business that trend. You want to stay away from that and stay in the realm of making sure that your name can endure the test of times after a while. And then you want to make sure that you stay away from locations if possible. And this is mainly for, I would say, for product-based businesses, but also for service business too. And what I mean by that is you don't want to name your product-based business Charleston's Finest Custom, because in the customer's eyes that you only cater to Charleston, or Queens Cleaning 843, which is our cleaning company. It says that we only cater to people in the 843 area. And it's kind of different when it's in a service-based and when it's in a product-based business. But if all possible, you want to stay away from that, just because you want to make sure that your customers are aware that you service everybody. So the next one is location. And this is where I get the most questions every single day. Do I really need a virtual office? Yes, guys, it is an investment. So your business location is the key in the credibility process. And what I mean by that is that when we are going for business funding and business credit, they look at the location. So if you do not have a brick and mortar, it would be wise to utilize a virtual office or a virtual location in your local area. P.O. Box and post office address are not acceptable. And you also want to use your home address as the last result, guys. You want to actually invest the $40 that it is in these locations, because they will Google your location when you are going for funding or just giving it to anybody. They're going to see how you look to the outside world. And with this, you want to make sure that the address is USPS deliverable and commercially zoned. And you always want to look up how your business looks to others, like I just said. And there are some websites that's on here that will give you some great virtual office, like iPostal or Regus. You want to invest in those. Make sure that your location is USPS deliverable. You can go to the Experian free website lookup tool, and that will actually show you if it is USPS deliverable and if it is commercially zoned. There are some websites here, you guys, if you want to jot that down. In this part, choosing your location actually comes before your entity, because you don't want to rework or have to pay the IRS again or any other place. You don't want to have to pay them again just to update your information if you guys did use your home address or use a P.O. box. So this is key, and it is so important to choose your location first before you actually register with the IRS. So entity, there is a lot, so much about entity that you guys need. This is another disclaimer. I am not a tax professional. I just know some stuff about entities, but you guys want to consult your tax preparer, your CPA, your attorney, anybody that you are getting legal advice from professionally about your entity, because there's so much about this category that you guys do not understand. You might need it in future reference. Just consult somebody professionally that specializes in this area. But I'm going to give you some tips right now about your entity. So your entity, you need to establish if you're a corporation or LLC with your local Secretary of State. This is key to separating your personal from your business. So your sole proprietorship will hold you responsible and liable for your business. And this is where so many entrepreneurs get, and we stop not knowing that there's more to your entity. You just see a whole bunch of people, I have my LLC, I got my business. Well, not quite yet, but you are on the right track. So some things about your LLC. Just getting your LLC is not enough simply because your LLC does not exist to the IRS. Yes, the IRS does not know anything about your LLC. It does not matter to them. The IRS only classifies you as a S Corp or a C Corp or a sole proprietor. So that is what legally separates you from your business. It is only solely for legal purposes and not tax. So your sole proprietorship, which is a 15.3 self-employment tax, and your general partnerships are not conducive for building business credit, which I know this is probably why some of you guys even jumped on the webinar, because you are just an LLC, which 9 times out of 10 the IRS has already considered you a sole proprietor under your LLC. That is not conducive for when you want to go get business funding. Some other tips are, if you are in partnership with someone else, you might need to consider if you or that person needs protection and liability. Then you want to consider if your partner is already a good fit, what percentage each partner would get and why. So why I'm saying these things is because sometimes we place our friendships into our business, which is not a good idea. I always recommend that you keep your friendships and your business separate, because those are two completely different things, and you can bump head and lose friendships or lose business partners if you guys don't truly agree on everything the same exact way, or you can't come to that conclusion. So you want to consider if they are a good fit for you in general, and then the percentage that you guys would get, you want to consider if you should get the majority, if it should be 50-50, or if it's 51. Anything over 51 is pretty much you're giving ownership to that other person. If they're a silent partner, what percentage should they actually get? Those are some things that you want to consider and sit down before actually making somebody your business partner. And when choosing the quote-unquote wrong entity, it can put you in a higher tax bracket that you should not be in. So, for instance, I'm just going to give you a little quick rundown, but you guys, like I said, go get you a CPA and talk to that person so that you would know what to do with your entity. So a C Corp pays taxes on their income and whatever income is made as the owner, versus the S Corp, which does not, and you solely just report that company's revenue as your personal income. And you want to file these you can file this form with the IRS, but you want to do your due diligence and meet all the requirements. So with the S Corp, there are certain requirements that you have to do, like salary and paying your attorneys and all that. You show that it's actually worth you electing to be a S Corp right now. So if you're not making $50,000 net in your business, then you want to just stay at that sole proprietorship LLC, that single member LLC, because it's not worth the time or your money into actually doing that. You would actually lose out money if you elected to be an S Corp if you're not making $50,000 or more. When choosing your entity, you have to consider your taxes, compliance, personal liability, funding, salary distribution. Is so many things that you have to consider when choosing your entity. But right now, if you have your LLC, congratulations. I would tell you guys to actually get your CPA or your legal tax professional, your attorney, and look into the steps so when you start making more money, what you need to do, just so you can be prepared for all those things that are to come. So the next one is your DBA, which many people don't know what a DBA is, but it is your fictitious name, and it is pretty much your AKA. That's what I like to call your DBA. It is doing business as something else. So if you guys did not know, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC, they are all one company, but they are doing business as Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC. You can put different businesses under one umbrella if you would like to do that. And you can do that by filing a DBA. So you will put whatever business that you want under one umbrella. So several different businesses can go under one umbrella or a DBA, but you want to consider if they are completely different businesses, then you might want to just get a LLC for each business and not actually have them under one business. But that is completely up to you. That is just what I recommend for my businesses. That's why we all have different LLC for each one of the businesses that me and my husband actually have together. So your EIN, I know this is probably the next step that some of you guys did after you got your entity. Your EIN is free of charge. It is a 9-digit social security number. That's what I call it. But it's pretty much how you would identify your business to the IRS. And this number, like I said, is free of charge. So you do not have to pay anybody to set up your EIN. You can simply go on the IRS website and file that information. And you guys want to be careful, because the reason why I keep stressing the word free is because there is a website that if you Google IRS EIN, there is a website that comes up and it looks exactly like what you're supposed to be using for the IRS, but it's not that. But at the end of it, it will charge you, or attempt to charge you, that $200 and something that you guys do not have to pay. So make sure that you are on the IRS website and that it is free of charge. And you can also apply for your EIN online, fax, or mail. But you guys absolutely need your EIN number to do anything. So make sure that you get that number. They will literally give you that number as soon as you fill out the information, and then they will send you the confirmation afterwards. Keep your EIN number safe, because if you lose it, then you would have to go through the process of contacting the IRS to get it again. And when they mail out that copy, make sure that you keep it with your records for your business that you got for your LLC and everything else. So business line. Your business phone number is so important. It is essential that you have your company business phone and that it is separate from your personal cell phone numbers, because when you start to apply for things, these people will call you, and you want to answer that professionally. And professionally, I mean you want to state your name and your company and how may I help you. Hi, this is Regina Nelson. This is Better Living Consultant. How may I help you? Something similar to that, just being as professional as possible. But some great providers for this business line and fax, because I say fax because my mentor always told me if it's on a business application, you want to put it on, you want to be able to put it on there. You do not want to leave that section blank. So an e-fax is just traditionally on your phone. It's not a big fax machine that we had back in the day. It's not that. It's an e-fax number. It's very simple. Most of these providers will actually have. So call 8, Ring Central, Grasshopper. I recommend Global Voice Direct, is because they actually report to your business credit. And I love killing two birds with one stone. That is exactly what Global Voice Direct does. It gives you that business phone number and fax if you want it, and it reports to your business credit each month. So the reason why I stress getting a business phone number with a provider is that you need a local landline to register with 411. And there are two different registry. There's a cell phone registry and there is the landline registry. The cell phone registry is for those that have cell phones, and if you call off your cell phone, you will get that cell phone registry and not the local landline registry. So that's why I'm saying you guys want to actually use one of these providers and call when you're registering your business off a landline. Make sure that it's landline when you are doing these things. And your 1-800 number is a bonus. It is not a must, but it's an extra bonus. If you guys have to choose between a local and a 1-800 number, always choose local first, and then you can invest into a 1-800 number later on down the line. So your business license. you guys want to contact your local city to see if a business license is required, which I'm sure that it is, because you have to pay taxes, local and state taxes. So guys, contact your local city magistrate office to see what you have to do to get your business license. And with the business license, this is not included in most people's webinar, but check to see if you have to register with the state. This is completely different from registering with your local principality or your local magistrate or whatever you have to register with. This is completely different. Like for the credit repair business that we have, I have to register with the state. And alongside with this, you also want to make sure that you guys have business insurance. It can be as cheap as $30 a month with Progressive. They have awesome insurance that will cover up to $100,000 in general liability. You want to make sure that you have bonds. Surety bonds is what I'm talking about. If you are in business, you always want to protect your customer as well as yourself. So that's why you need insurance and surety bonds. So look up into that. Surety bonds are usually a little bit higher. They typically go off your credit. So if you're not working on your personal credit, guys, then you need to start that, especially if you want to get a lower rate for your surety bonds. But there are payment plans that you can get with surety bonds. They range from a couple hundred to a couple $1,000, just depending on what business that you are actually in. So 411, just like we was talking about before, in order to get your business out there, you need some good online presence. And to do that, you can list yourself if you want to, or you can allow your phone provider to do that for you. But to list yourself out there, some good 411 listings are Google, Yellow Page, listyourself.com, Yelp, Apple, 411 Free, Yahoo, Bing Places, Merchant Circles. There are dozens and dozens of ways that you can list yourself on these search engines. You just want to do your due diligence, look up the search engines and list yourself. Listyourself.com is actually a good one because it will get you out there to majority of these places. But there are some that you will not be listed on if you just simply go to list yourself. So you just want to go in there, find these search engines and put your business out there. So your bank account. So if you have your LLC, you have your business name, you have your EIN, you have all the things that we talked about before, but you do not have your bank account, then guess what, guys? Your business has not even started yet, because most lenders and most professionals will only consider your start date when you actually open your business bank account. That is your official start date of your business. So if you don't have a bank account, then I suggest that you guys go get one today. Right now, because we are in COVID season or whatever this is that we're going through, you can now do this online, and most of the time they only want you to do it online. So some recommended banks are your bank, of course, the bank that you have for your personal checking account. That is where I always tell my clients to start off with the relationship that you have with your personal. That way they can assist you with your business if you actually need it. But if you don't have a great personal bank, or you don't like that personal bank, you can also use Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Navy Federal is my personal favorite. You can use some of those banks and they are great. Yes, you will have to have a startup. I've seen it anywhere between $100 to start your account and anywhere between like $300. I've actually did somebody else's bank account and it was $255 with Navy Federal because they had an LLC. Don't know when that started. It was only $100 to start mine, but just make sure that you have some money set aside so that you can put into your business bank account. You also want to make sure that you are getting a savings account as well. And some good accounts to consider are your operating and expense account, your income or revenue account, and like I said, your savings account. You also want to make sure that you're checking the rates for all these business. It is pretty far in between that you will find business accounts that actually does not have any fees attached to it. So you just want to compare these bank account and make sure that you're choosing the right one, and make sure that the taxes and the fees are not crazily insane, especially if you have just opened your business and you're not looking to actually start putting a lot of money into it right now. So your merchant is what my business coach likes to call your cousin to your bank account. It is how you are going to accept payments. So Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, all these are great ways to accept payments, but you want to actually have a merchant account, and then you want to have a backup merchant account. In this day and age, everybody is using credit and debit card, and you don't want to be the only one that do not have a merchant account to accept payments. Cash App is nice, guys, but Cash App does get hacked. I'm speaking from personal experience, so you cannot be mad at a customer who does not have Cash App or Zelle or anything of that sort. So get you a merchant account. Make sure that you meet the requirements for the merchant account and that you shop for the best rates also. So email, and I mean, I'm not talking about regular email, I'm talking about your domain email. You want to establish your email that is attached to your domain. These are professional emails, not at Gmail, not at Yahoo, not at AOL. These are domains that pretty much are under your business, and you can use the example that I have here. You can do like info@yourbusinessname.com or .org or .net. It's whatever you want to. And these domains are around $6. You can find them sometimes cheaper a month, give or take. And I say give or take because if you actually want to buy a domain from somebody, it can be a little bit more. It can be upwards to $1,000 if that domain is not is in use and you actually want it. And it does range if you're using .com, .org, .net, .us. It's a lot of different factors that you guys have to consider when choosing an email domain. But the most important thing is that you get an email that is professional, that you can give to your lenders and providers and to the rest of the world and your clients. And another helpful website is Google. Google Workspace is awesome for your email. And I am going to tell you guys a little hint or a little trick that I use in just 1 second after we go over the next slide. So your website is simply, it can simply be for educational purpose or informational purpose. Like, it does not have to be anything fancy. You don't have to go and search for website designers and spend a couple $100 if you are not there yet in your business. The best website to get right now is a free informational website that you can do at Google Workspace. You don't have to go out and spend a whole bunch of money right now on a website. Just make sure that you have a website. People can know that you are actually out there. Just make sure that you have a website with your basic information, your hours, your contact information, your address, what you actually do. Just the simple stuff for right now. But if you guys must be creative right now and go all out, you can do that at PufferWeb. So PufferWeb right now is not accepting new clients. I have not checked back in the past 2 weeks. So you guys can check PufferWeb and see if they are accepting new clients. But as of right now, as far as I know, they are not. But they also report to your business credit, which was a great resource for us as entrepreneurs. Or another one that I did find for us is Creative Analytics, and it does report to your business credit. So if you guys must have a website that is fancy and have different pages and all that, you can use that one because they do report to your business credit and they offer payment options. So the hint that I was going to give you guys is that you want to make sure that your email and your websites are under 2 different providers. And the reason why I say that is because yes, we are in the day and age of technology and information, but if you guys' website and email are under one provider, such as Google, then If Google, God forbid, was to ever go down and we cannot use Google anymore, then that means that your website and your email have now been compromised, and now your customers can't reach you. So it is good to separate the two, so you can go to GoDaddy for your email and change to Google for your website, or vice versa, whichever one that you decide. You can use one provider for both if you guys would like, but it's just something that you want to consider in case Google or GoDaddy or one of these search engines or providers do go down. Then your customer will actually have a way to contact you. So your Duns and Bradstreet number, you must apply for your Duns and Bradstreet number. It is not automatically given to you. And your Dun and Bradstreet number is one of the business reporting, credit reporting bureaus. And you cannot establish credit without this number. I am going to give you guys another hint about another tip. And I am going to give you guys another tip and hint about your DUNS number that you may or may not know, but you need to know. So when you're applying for your Dun and Bradstreet number, they're going to actually offer you this 4 trade line package starting out at like $400. This is not necessary. You do not need that. It is promotion. They are trying to bait you. Everything that you need when starting your business credit, hopefully if you guys find the right person to teach you business credit, all these things are actually reporting to your business credit. All these vendors are reporting, so you don't have to pay for the Dun and Bradstreet business credit program unless you want to. So your NAV right now, you guys do not need unless you are in that stage where you are ready to start your business credit and you want to see your score. But NAV is $39.99 a month, and it reports as a trade line. Also, this is how you are able to view your score. This is the only way that you can actually see your business score. So that's why you need NAV. It is not important right now if you are not there yet in your business. So this is an expense and an investment that you do not have to make right now. So your NAICS number. So your NAICS stands for your North American Industry Classification System, and it is used throughout the U.S. to classify businesses with a 6-digit number based on the primary type of business work the business performs. So for Queens Cleaning, I am a janitorial service. It is a cleaning. There's different cleaning types that I can choose from, just like in your business, whatever your business is, there are going to be several different things that you can classify your business under. So you want to go on there and NAICS.com/search and actually get your number. It is free of charge. It is not something that you necessarily got to have, but if you are applying for any type of funding or loans, they will ask you what this number is. So it's best to get the number now. That way you don't have to fumble or do whatever you have to do. Then you just want to be prepared for anything that you may come across in the business world. UEI stands for your Unique Entity Identifier, and it is set to phase out the DUNS number. This is the hint and the secret that I'm giving you guys. So as of March 31st, you will no longer need your DUNS number. You will have a UEI number when doing anything with the federal government. You can go on sam.gov or grant.gov to get this number. So your UEI is a 12-digit character unique number assigned to all entities, that's public and private companies, individuals, institutions, and organizations who must register to do business with the federal government in SAM. Just like I said, it is going to phase out this DUNS number. So depends on when you are watching this video, the DUNS number may have already set, it is already phased out, or it is just about to phase out. If you guys have your DUNS number, it is said that you do not have to apply again. You just can go on sam.gov to see what your number actually is. But if you guys need that and it's after April 4th, you guys want to actually go on sam.gov or grant.gov. I am not sure if you guys will still need the DUNS or what they are actually doing with the DUNS number, because it is a business credit vendor. I will keep you guys updated on my business page on Facebook, which is Better Living Consulting, as to what is next for the Duns & Bradstreet and the UEI number. I just know as of right now, if you don't have your UEI and your Duns & Bradstreet number, then you want to use these websites to actually get it for your business. So that is the end of the presentation, guys. Thank you for staying with me. I don't know how long it's been, but I hope I didn't bore you guys to death. So I know that setting up your business can be a headache, and having to Google all these things, you don't have time for it. You're a business owner. You need to work your business. So what I have done is that I will provide a transcript for all the clickable links, this presentation, and a bonus need to know about your logo. Yes, we did not include the logo in this presentation, but I have some information about your logos that you guys may need to know, or you guys would love to know, because a logo is a big part of your business. So if you guys want those clickable links, it's not just the links in here. I've provided all the links that I am using in my Better Living Business Blueprint course. I'm giving you guys all that for $20 if you guys want it. It's not a must, but if you don't want to Google yourself into oblivion to get your business started, you can purchase all the transcripts, all the clickable links that will direct you straight to the website, and your need to know bonus. Just click on contact us when you get to my business page and type promo 20, and then I will respond back to you guys. I am so glad that you stayed throughout the whole presentation. I hope you got something from it, and that we are ready to start this billion-dollar business. And guys, I will see you on the other side, where we are making millions and billions of dollars in our company. I am so glad that you stayed. Have a great day. Thank you, guys.